In the SSC English exam, some questions aren't really about being creative. They're all about pure precision. Today, we're going to break down one of the most important of these, formal notice writing. This isn't just about getting a passing grade, it's about mastering a system that can practically guarantee you full marks. So why all the fuss? Well, it's all about this number right here, 5. 5 critical marks are riding on this one single question. In an exam where every little point can make a huge difference, these 5 are some of the easiest to lock down, if you know the blueprint.
So let's look at where this fits in the grand scheme of things. It's what the exam calls a minor discourse question. Now, that's just fancy talk for a task that's low effort but high scoring. The strategy couldn't be simpler. Follow the structure perfectly, and you get the maximum reward. It's a fantastic return on your time.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to cover the 5-mark mission, the golden rules you can't ignore, the construction blueprint, a perfect model answer, and we'll wrap up with a final checklist to make sure it all sticks. Let's dive in. First things first, the golden rules. Now, these aren't just suggestions, okay? These are the absolute, non-negotiable fundamentals of writing a notice. If you get these right, you're already halfway to a perfect score. So let's get down to basics. What exactly is a notice? Well, think of it as a formal public announcement. The 2 key words there are formal and specific. You're not just sending a quick text to a friend, you are broadcasting essential information clearly and professionally to a whole group of people, like your entire school. And that brings us to the single most important rule of all. Seriously, I want you to burn this into your brain. Let me say it again. If it is not in a box, it is not a notice. I don't care if your content is absolutely perfect. Without a neatly drawn box around the entire thing, you will lose marks. So your first step and your last step should always be drawing that box. And here's what that looks like in action. On the left, you've got a total fail. No structure, no box, just a mess of words on a page. But on the right, that's a pass. It's clean, it's organized, and most importantly, it's all tucked neatly inside that crucial box. That visual difference, it's everything. All right, now that we've got the golden rule drilled in, let's move on to the construction blueprint. We're going to see how to build a notice piece by piece. Think of yourself as an architect, and this is your plan for the perfect structure. We can break the whole thing down into 3 super simple, manageable parts. You've got the header assembly at the top, the core body in the middle, and the sign-off at the bottom. That's it. Just 3 stages to remember. Easy. So let's start at the top with the header assembly. It has 4 critical parts. First, you need the name of the organization right at the top, centered. Right below that, the word notice, also centered. Then pop over to the left for the date. And finally, a short, catchy heading for your notice. And this one has to be in all capital letters. Next up is the core of your notice, the body. Now, your only job here is to answer the 5 W's. What is happening? Who is this for? When will it happen? Where will it take place? And why is it happening? You got to do all of that within a strict 50 to 60 word limit and keep the tone formal. No fluff, just facts. And finally, we have the sign-off. This is what gives your notice its authority. It tells everyone who's responsible for the information. It's just 2 things, your signature or name, and right below that, your designation, like class leader or head boy. And pay attention to this. Its location is strictly bottom left. No exceptions, no excuses. Okay, theory's great and all, but let's see how all these rules actually come together in a real exam question. It's time to go from theory to practice. So here's our mission. Your school is putting on a motivational talk. Your job is class leader, and your task is to write a notice to let all the students know. Just take a second to picture it. You've got the context, you've got the topic, and you know your role. And here it is, the perfect execution. Just take a moment to look at it. See that clean box, the clear structure? See how everything is exactly where it's supposed to be? This is what a full mark answer looks like. Now, let's deconstruct this thing. Take a look at the header. ZP High School Warangal. That's our organization, top and center. The word notice right below it. The date is perfectly placed on the left, and the heading, motivational talk, is in all caps, right in the middle. It follows our blueprint to a T. Okay, now for the body. Let's find those 5 W's. What's happening? A motivational talk. Who's it for? Students of classes 9 and 10. When is it? 9th August 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Where is it? The school auditorium. And why? Because it's inspired by a lesson. See? Every single question is answered clear as day. All right, we've seen the blueprint and we've seen it in action. Now, to make sure this all sticks, let's run through a rapid-fire checklist for exam day. First, the do's. These are your non-negotiables. You must draw that box. You must use capital letters for the heading. You must use formal language. And you absolutely must include the essential details, like date, time, and place. These are your guaranteed points right here. And now for the common mistakes to avoid. The don'ts. Do not go over the word limit. They will penalize you for it. Do not forget to put your signature and designation at the bottom left. And whatever you do, do not use casual language like, hey guys, or talk about yourself using I or me. So here it is one last time, the complete layout. This is your blueprint for a perfect score. Go ahead, take a mental screenshot of this. This structure is your key to success. Commit this to memory and you just can't go wrong. So at the end of the day, just remember this. Precision plus clarity equals success. Writing a notice isn't really an English test. It's more like an exercise in information architecture. You're just organizing information perfectly inside a predefined structure. You've got the blueprint, you know the rules, and you've seen the perfect model. You are ready to write. So the only question left is, are you prepared to walk into that exam and claim your 5 marks? You absolutely are.